So yeah, just let us continue with this picture. That was the last picture from the last class. It shows us just a cross-section here through Southern Africa, I think so, because here we have the Atlantic, here we have the Indian Ocean, two different models. And here that's then the diamond window. Here we have the graphite diamond boundary. So, and here we have then diamond-bearing garnet harz bogites, and below we have the barren kimberlites and diamond-bearing astenosphere. Yeah. So here we have the boundary between the lithosphere and the astenosphere. I told you if a kimberlite comes up, I mean these kimberlites, they can be formed in the astenosphere or they can form in the lithosphere. If they are formed in the lithosphere, then we are calling them kimberlite type 2. And these are then so-called orangenites, which you can only find in Southern Africa or in South Africa. So, and if we have a kimberlite type 1, then we are talking about olivine serpentine montichelite kimberlite, and they contain then a lot of serpentine, and this serpentine was formed due to the breakdown or due to the hydration of olivine or orthopyroxene. So a kimberlite can only be diamond bearing if the kimberlite has sampled some diamonds on its way up to the Earth's surface. So therefore we have here barren kimberlites and we have here diamond bearing kimberlites. So this kimberlite here will not have any diamonds because this kimberlite has not been run through a diamond-bearing field. Whereas these kimberlites here, 1, 2, 3, they are diamond-bearing because they could sample the diamonds from the astenosphere and they could sample the diamonds here from the lithosphere. So to preserve diamonds, we need a thick continental crust. So and here we have a thick continental crust in this model because we have a very deep root and this root goes down till 250 kilometers. So in diamond you can form your diamonds or your diamond window is somewhere between 175 and 250 kilometers or 220 kilometers, yeah? So that means you have to you need a formation of a depleted continental lithosphere. So what I told you, that is in this model, so what I told you last week, that they have now also found some diamonds, or at least dersolites, which has this typical garnet inside on Solomon, and in Solomon you do not have any depleted continental crust, yeah? But you have there a subduction zone, yeah? So, and there you have maybe an overlapping slab, I don't know, when you get the thickness or the necessary thickness to preserve diamonds. And then you can form them. Here in Fiji you cannot form diamonds because the crust is very thin and you do not have such overlapping slabs. There is now discussion, maybe you saw it in the newspaper, about the earthquakes. The others saying that it's a very dangerous thing here. I'm saying it's not dangerous. So because the Fiji Islands You have two subduction zones, that is true, but the Fiji Islands, they are lying actually in the shadow. So, and if you are studying the rocks here, which I have done, then you can see that they have not been formed by melting of a subduction zone, or not a subduction zone, by melting of a slab. They are pure mantle-derived melts. They are very depleted, and therefore you cannot create any stress nearby from a slab, because it's just not there. So then going back to this picture, afterwards you have thermal erosion of the continental lithosphere and preservation of diamonds above the mechanical boundary. And here you have the boundary, the graphite diamond boundary, and then you can preserve them just here. Yeah? This thermal erosion here happens by the convective mantle. And that is still depleted. So you are just removing then a part of your formerly depleted continental lithosphere. So, and then in this model we have afterwards the emplacement of a megalite. So, and that is just a remnant of an old subduction zone. So, and this megalite probably not belongs here to this subduction zone. It could be a megalite or a remnant of an old oceanic crust, which is just hanging around in the mantle. I told you last week that actually the continental crust, or also the oceanic crust here above, it's moving, and all the other stuff which is hanging around in the mantle is stationary, like a hotspot. Yeah? So such a megalite or such an old oceanic crust, they are on average 80 kilometers thick. If they are older, then they are a little bit more thick. If they are younger, then they are more thin. So it took to revert or recycle such an old oceanic crust a few billion years. So, and if I'm saying a few billion years, that can then not be that much, because the whole planet is 4.5 billion years old. So, but when we are talking then about a few billion years, then they are hanging around there maybe for 2 or 3 billion years. And while they are sinking down, I mean they are not really sinking, because I mean the lower mantle is very plastic, but it is not liquid like water. Yeah? So such an old oceanic crust becomes then just molten up in a way like you are sucking on an ice cream. Yeah? Because in the center it is more cool. So in these remnants, they can hang around there for a few billion years, and they are becoming then dehydrated, and you have the formation of melt, then you can form a volcanic eruption. So, and you can then enrich here the boundary, here the mechanical boundary, you can enrich there. This is a potassium-rich melt. So in this potassium-rich melt, that is then actually the formation of your kimberlite. Yeah? So that you can form a kimberlite, you need then something like this below, because in the Earth's mantle you do not have that much potassium. And they are just lying there, and it took, as I told you, billions of years till they can become reworked or completely recycled. So here we have another picture, cross-section, that is from Canada. Here you have your asthenospheric mantle, and here that is the zone of the kimberlite generation. So in these kimberlites here, they are formed here at the boundary between the asthenosphere and the lithosphere. And these are also these serpentine montigenite type 1 kimberlites. So here we have the moho, here we have the superior craton, here you have an orogeny, and your diamonds you can find here at the superior crater. So I told you, you can have also lamproids, and lamproids are actually then lamproids are actually formed at places where you have an orogenic belt. So whereas kimberlites are always belonging or can be found in cratons. So, but that is now a very good picture, because I told you we can have E-type of diamonds. These are diamonds which are pure together with eclogites. So if you have the formation of E-type of diamonds, then they are mostly belonging to a subduction zone, because most of the eclogites, they are formed in the subduction zone. There are some eclogites which are also forming or are formed in the mantle, and that is due to the fact that you have you are forming tonalites, and the residuum of such a tonalites, you have a parental melt. So and there you can form tonalites, and then the residuum is an eclogite. Yeah? So, but if you have in this picture here we have a mobile belt, yeah? Here you have our craton. There again, the graphite diamond boundary, lithosphere, asthenosphere, and here we have moho and the spinel nersonite. So then we can subdivide between the garnet Harzburgites here. These are these ones. So then we have our lithospheric eclogite, and the lithospheric eclogite, that is this one. That is the one which I just told you can be the residuum of a tonalite, yeah. But they are showing isotopically different or isotopically they are different here compared to the subducted eclogites. And we have garnet layer solidic lithosphere, and that is this one here. So then you can form here your E-type of diamonds, and here you can form your P-type of diamonds. P for peridotitic. So and here you have just group 1 kimberlites, and group 1 kimberlites are formed in the astenosphere. These are these serpentine monticidite kimberlites. So and here we have the formation of a group 2 kimberlite, and these are then these orangenites. So in these orangenites, they are looking then completely different compared to the group 1 kimberlites. They contain a lot of mica. So here we have another picture here. I mean, at first, you are looking in rivers for an indicator minerals, but another method is also just to check the shear wave velocities. So and then you can here see there are areas where you can find the depth ranging between 140 and 325 kilometers. So and if you have an area where you have a depth below 170 kilometers, then you must not look there for diamond-bearing kimberlites, because you have just not the necessary thickness here. Yeah? In picture 2b, we have the 235 to 320 kilometers. In such a depth of 320 kilometers, or here even 320 to 405 kilometers, you must then also not look for diamond-bearing kimberlites, because that is then too thick. I mean, you can have there in the crust the preservation of some diamonds, but you cannot bring them up to the surface. So I told you that you can find diamonds also in flat basalts, and then they occur in dikes. So, and if you are going back to your table, that was the first figure from this slide, then you can see there are some mines where they are mining the diamonds in such basaltic dikes. So here we have again the flat basalt occur here in the rift zone, and here you have your dike swarm. So here we have also another picture showing us a hypothetical cross-section through the McKinsey plume and the Dyke swarm. I mean, the Dyke swarm is then fed by this plume here. And that is from the Slave province, and that is also in Canada. So, but now going back to our indicator minerals. So I told you that a very important indicator mineral for diamond, for a diamond bearing area, that is the garnet. So in this garnet you can then just walk around in riverbeds, because I mean this garnet becomes also lifted up together with the peridotites. I mean, it's a rock-forming mineral in the peridotite. So, and then they are become this peridotite or this cellulite comes running then up to the Earth's surface. Within the kimberlite, what you can find in this kimberlite, also xenocrysts of garnet. And I told you, these kimberlites are weathering very fast. I mean, if you have a piece of kimberlite from a drill core, for example, or just from the mine itself, and you are putting it in water, yes, then it's a couple of hours and then it's gone. They are just falling in pieces, and therefore you are watching them or looking for these garnets in river beds. Yeah? So you can then also follow these river beds and with all the garnets inside to find then actually the kimberlite itself. I told you these kimberlite pipes are very narrow, maybe 1 meter wide. So, but anyway, then you can collect all these garnets, measuring all the elements inside. And here a very important indicator, that is the G10 garnet. So these G10 garnets, these are these ones on that side. These are the garnets which are indicating that they are formed under the same pressure and temperature conditions like the diamonds. Yeah? That is the G10. So, and if you have found this G10 garnet, then you know that this kimberlite has sampled peridotitic material from the diamond window. So that is the first indicator. So, but then I told you also in class that the diamond has also to survive the way on to the Earth's surface, because if the kimberlite is too water rich, if the oxygen capacity is too high, then kimberlite will just react, the diamond will just react away. That means you are making again graphite from your diamond, and then it is useless. So, and therefore you are looking then for the next indicator mineral, and that's the ilmenite. So, because the ilmenite can contain iron 2+ and iron 3+, and it can contain magnesium. So, and if this ilmenite is made up of iron 2+ and magnesium, that means that the oxygen fugacity was very low, and that means the diamond will survive. Yeah? So at first the kimberlite must sample the diamonds in the asthenosphere or in the lithosphere because it has to run through a diamond bearing field. Yeah? So if the kimberlite is running next to a diamond bearing field, that means it has not sampled the diamonds, then it doesn't matter. Yeah? So, but at first it has to sample the diamonds from such a diamond, from the diamond window, and then the diamonds has to survive to the way to the top, to the Earth's surface. So, and therefore you are using then this ilmenite. So, if the ilmenite is rich or if it is made up of iron 2+ and magnesium, oxygen fugacity is low, then it will survive the way to the surface. If the ilmenite contains a lot of iron 3+, then the oxygen fugacity is high or was high, and the diamond will not or has not survived the way to the surface. So these are the two minerals which are very important for you if you like to pass the examination. Then maybe there is a question, what is the G10 garnet? And maybe there is a question about the ilmenite. So what do we have here? Just some chemical analysis from the Finch. These are also from perinotitic diamonds, finding the Finch kimberlite. So in the Finch mine is also a diamond mine in South Africa, which is still operating. So and here you have the weight percentage in calcium, yeah. So that is important for the identification of your G10 garnet. But when you are measuring the calcium concentration, then you are measuring, of course, all the other elements as well. So in the calcium in garnet, that gives you some information about the pressure. Yeah? Calcium in garnet is the indicator for the pressure. So in the iron-magnesium ratio, that is then the indicator for the temperature. So in that we have here, that is the XMG, and the XMG here multiplied by 100. Then we have not a number between 0 and 1. Then we are getting a number between 0 and 100. And that ranges here mainly between 86 and 91. So if the XMG increases, that means the temperature is also higher. And here the chromium oxide. So when they use their garnet inclusions in diamonds. So and I told you before as well that if you have the inclusions inside, then that is the best indicator. Yeah? Because the kimberlite could also some samples of periodites, you know, just from above. So that is just another plot, yeah, calcium, iron, magnesium distribution for garnets from the Finch mine. So and there you can find eclogite, xenolites. These are these compositions. And of course, garnets and eclogites, they have shown another chemical composition as garnets from peridotites. So therefore, the G10 garnet, that is an example for garnets from peridotites. Yeah? So then we have here garnet websterite xenolites, that is here this triangle. And the websterite you know by now as well. We have talked about the websterite in ES301. You just have to open the ES301 folder. Then you can find the triangle from all the peridotites. So in the websterite is then also a peridotite. So here we are talking about xenocrysts. These are the roundish bubbles. No, these are in these ones. So in the xenocrysts, they are then just single garnets, which you can find in the kimberlite. And here this cross, that is this single here, that is just an eclogite inclusion in a diamond. Yeah? So therefore you have to just to subdivide, or you have at first to separate the eclogites from the peridotites because they are chemically different, and then you for the best or the best use, these are then the inclusions of garnet in a diamond. So that is the same, magnesium, iron, calcium. Here again for peridotitic xenolites, garnet serpentinites. These are the crosses here. Roundish bubbles are just for xenocrysts, and here the inclusions in the diamond. So when they show them this variation, or can show such a variation, and therefore you have to be carefully when you are selecting your garnets. So that you are not mixing up apple with pears. So, and that gives you then different pressure and temperature conditions for the garnet before, and here we have a plot which can be used for the ilmenites, yeah, because the ilmenite is very important to estimate or to make this assumptions, or you can prove with the kimberlite if diamonds can survive or not. So, and I told you, you need a magnesium-rich kimberlite here and iron-rich, yeah, but no iron 3+. So in this shaded field, that is then shows then the composition or chemical composition of most ilmenites from kimberlites which are diamond bearing, yeah? So then you can just use these diagrams. I mean, here in Fiji you will probably not working for a diamond company, but maybe if you are going somewhere else, but it does not matter. It's always in exploration, it's always the same. You are using your indicator minerals, it's the same for the gold and the copper, measuring them, and then you can just use plots from textbooks You are plotting your ilmenite composition inside. And if they are plotting somewhere here, then you are happy. So, and then you can also make first assumptions of the temperature and pressures where this ilmenite has been formed. So, but now going back to the group 1 and group 2 kimberlites, because the group 1 kimberlite is formed in the asthenosphere, group 2 kimberlite is formed in the lithosphere, and therefore they are chemically different. So, and then you can compare these kimberlites also with other basalts. So, and for those of you who are doing the ES303, you know this by now, you can use the isotopes 87 strontium to 86 strontium, and then we have here 143 neodymium to 144 neodymium. Then you are getting here as a reference, for example, the Middle Ocean ridge basalt. And the Middle Ocean ridge basalt, you know this from ES303, is very depleted. Then we have here the field of the ocean island basalt. And here you have then the field where the kimberlites of group 1 plot. So they are, from their isotopy, they are very similar to ocean island basalts. And you know that the melt from the ocean island basalt comes also from the asthenosphere, yeah? Whereas the Middle Ocean, the melt for the Middle Ocean ridge basalt is very close to the surface. So, and then we have here some potassic volcanics. That is the group 2 kimberlite, and the group 2 kimberlite shows then higher strontium isotopy values and lower neodymium isotopy values. So, in the group 2 kimberlite is from the lithosphere, yeah? So, and here we have the field of the West Australian lamproids. You know by now that the lamproid occurs only in orogenic belts, and lamproids are actually not that rich in diamonds, because the lamproids are more rich in water, and if they are more rich in water, then they are, the viscosity is higher, and if the viscosity is higher, then the kimberlite is, or the lamproid in this case, is slower, and therefore your diamonds showing a higher degree in resorption. Because if this melt is more rich in water, then the oxygen fugacity is also higher. So that is the isotopical difference between the group 1 kimberlites and the group 2. They are more depleted because they are formed in the asthenosphere. They are more enriched because they are formed in the lithosphere. So here we have a map of the diamond distribution worldwide. First here, this stuff, these are all the old cratons, yeah? So in everywhere where you have dots inside, then you have here a small description. So and these are then just the occurrences for diamond bearing or diamond fields. And these are the kimberlite occurrences here in southeastern Australia. Here one, here, and here some of them. So and here we have the map where the most diamonds are coming from southern Africa. So and the map is a little bit older because there is Chaneng is not inside. Chaneng is somewhere there. So this is the Orava mine, yeah? And in Orava you have now also two satellite pipes, that is at Akade and Damza. So but here you can see in South Africa you have a lot of different diamond-bearing kimberlites. Then here some in Rhodesia. Yeah, Rhodesia does no longer exist. That is nowadays Zimbabwe. Southwest Africa does also no longer exist because that is today Namibia. It was Southwest Africa when it was a German colony, and that is now quite a long time ago. But anyway, I told you the first diamonds here has been found in this area, that is the Kimberley area, and they have been found in 1869. And Southwest Africa, that was exist till, I don't know, 1900. 1920 something like this, because we had to give it up after World War I, yeah, which we have lost here. So then now the last picture for today, that shows just the Kimberley block. So there you have to be carefully, because that is not the same Kimberley like Kimberley in South Africa. So there's Kimberley in South Africa, and there is the Kimberley block, that is also an Archean crater, and that is in Australia. I don't know why they are using the same name to confuse everybody, or I don't know. So, but anyway, the interesting thing in the Australia is there you can find lamproites, yeah? Lamproites you can only find in Australia, and these kimberlites, together with kimberlites. So, the kimberlites are here in this old Archean block, whereas the lamproites are in the surrounding mobile belt. That this Kimberley or the Archean Kimberley block you can find here in northwest Australia. So for you as an ES301 student, you should just remember then that kimberlites are always related to cratons, or at least most of them, whereas lamproites are only related to mobile belts, and that is only the case in Australia because nowhere else in the world you can find lamproids. At least one have by now. One have them by now not discovered. So, and then we are done for today.